So today, like I said, I am going to be doing a favorite things in 2021 episode. So these aren't necessarily just things that I discovered in 2021, but they're just kind of things that have been or have become or still are some of my favorite things over the past year and currently. So they're really in no particular order. It's just a list of random things that I wound up loving over the course of the year. So the first thing on my list is aprons. So I never really used an apron at all in my life, really. And I think the first time I got one was I have horses, and I did a breast cancer charity ride. And because I raised a certain amount of money, they gave me like a bunch of like free giveaways and things like that. And one of them was a pink apron. And I kind of just like stuck it aside, and I never really thought to use it. And I don't know what caused me to put it on one day, but I decided to put it on. It might have been because one of my favorite YouTube channels is She's in Her Apron. And she always has these cute aprons and everything. And I think maybe that inspired me. I don't recall. But I decided to put it on while I was cleaning the house. So it was great because I would put it on, and it had pockets in the front, so I could like stick my cell phone in the pocket and listen to music, or not music. I don't know why I even said that. I don't listen to music when I'm cleaning. I always listen to a podcast or an audiobook, so I could like listen to whatever I wanted to listen to. And it just made it that much nicer. Plus it kept me from getting, like, if I was using like anything that had bleach or whatever in it, it would help me keep my clothes cleaner. And then with cooking, I realized half the time when I was cooking, I would like, especially if there was like oil involved or sauce or whatever, I would almost always wind up splashing, food on my clothes while I was cooking, and then I have to go change and spray it with stain remover and whatever. And I was like, why do I keep doing this? I have an apron, and that's what they're for. Like, it kind of finally occurred to me that that's what aprons are for, to protect your clothing when you're cooking. So I got a really cute apron at a like little shop near us one time when we were out. And the funny thing with that one is I thought the apron was really cute. It was like navy blue with like little bumblebees on it, whatever. But I thought, and it was handmade. And I thought, oh, it's so cute. But the only thing that stinks is it doesn't have pockets. And one day I was standing there in it, and I looked down and I saw the little pocket bulge out. And I was like, oh my gosh, it does have pockets. How did I not realize? So I started wearing that, and I put pretty much every morning, even when I do dishes or whatever, the first thing I do is just throw it on, do the dishes, cook or whatever, and it protects your clothes, and I just really like them now. So I'm probably going to get a couple more just so I can kind of rotate them more frequently, but that's something I'm really liking right now. And I also actually just ordered like a plain solid black longer apron, and one that comes up a little bit higher, that I'm going to use specifically for cleaning the house, because I don't know why, but I don't really like the idea of using the same one for cooking as for cleaning. I guess because I feel like it might get some like cleaning chemicals on it or whatever, and then I can wash the one for cleaning more frequently than the one I use for cooking, because I don't really wind up, somehow when I'm wearing an apron, I don't really seem like I splatter stuff on myself like I do when I'm not wearing one. But anyway, that's aprons. That's one of the things I'm still loving in 2021, or kind of started to. Working from home. I was always able to work from home a couple of days a week. But before COVID, I never did. I never really took advantage of it. On a rare occasion I would, but for the most part I never did, just because it was always kind of uncomfortable for me. I was always required to be in a bunch of different meetings, and usually at that time meetings took place in person. So if I was going to be working from home, I'd have to be like the one person that called in and was like on the phone, placed on the middle of the table, and she's calling in, so she's going to be on the call and everyone else is sitting there. And I don't know, it was just kind of awkward. Nothing was really set up to be done virtually that much at my company at that time. And then when COVID happened, we were forced to work from home for quite a while. And then as things are getting back to normal, we are actually staying with working from home 3 days a week, and then going into the office 2 days a week. And I am loving working from home so much. I realize that there's people that can't do that, but fortunately in my job I'm able to do that, and it is like my favorite thing, because I sit in a comfortable place. I don't have my own home office or anything like that, but I sit at the kitchen table. I have my little drink. I can make my lunch. I can throw in a load of laundry at lunchtime, or prep dinner, or there's just so much more time to get things done that I'm really, really loving it. And it's funny because on the days that I go into work, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to pack my lunch. It's like, seems like such a hassle now, where it used to just be what I did every day. So it's been such a big change, but I'm really, really loving working from home. Another thing is the library app, and I always share this and I always say this, and I'm sure you're probably like, oh my gosh, you've said this so many times. But the library app has been and is still one of my favorite things. I just love it. It's the Libby app. I think that's probably what most libraries use. But you can rent free digital books and free audiobooks, and I just love it so much. I read on my iPad that I won at my company Christmas party last year, so I was so excited when I won that. But I read my not audiobooks, I read the digital books on the iPad while I'm walking on the treadmill in the morning, and it makes the time go by so fast. It syncs with the phone, so I have the app on my phone also. So say if I'm like in Target or something and my daughters are shopping, they're teenagers, so they like to kind of like look at things, and I might not necessarily be interested in whatever they're looking at. I'll just open up my phone and I could stand there and read a couple pages of my book, and then when I go back to the iPad, it'll sync to where I left off on the phone. Well, it asks you if you want to sync. If for some reason you didn't want to, you don't have to, but the devices sync with each other. And yes, you do have to have some patience, because really popular books you sometimes have to wait for. And if it's really popular and you received it and you didn't finish it in time, you might have to put a hold on it to finish it again. So sometimes, like right now, I'm reading a book, a digital book, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 2 days, I have to finish this. So I'm like reading like crazy because I know I'm not going to be able to renew it. Sometimes you can renew and get another 2 weeks. But if there's a lot of people waiting for it, then it won't let you renew it. It'll make you put a hold on it, so that when you come back into the queue, then you'll get the book again. But sometimes depending on what you're reading, you don't want to have like this gap of weeks in between finishing the book. Audiobooks, I pretty much always finish in time, because I can always find time to just put it on, like either in the car or when I'm cooking or cleaning or whatever. So I never really find trouble finishing the audiobooks in time. I actually always finish them like well in advance of the due date, even the ones that are like 10-12 hours. But anyway, so library app I still really, really love. Leggings with side pockets. These are something I kind of discovered while working from home, just coincidentally, but they are the best because you could just stick your cell phone in the pocket, and especially like working from home, if I have to get up and go grab something or whatever, I always want to have my phone with me just in case someone calls, and I just love having the side pockets that I could stick my phone in. Even when I go grocery shopping, I love it because I just stick my phone in the side pocket. I use my phone for I have like a list app on my phone that I use for my grocery shopping list. So although I actually haven't been really doing grocery shopping much anymore, except for in one store, which I'll get to next. But otherwise, it was just great. Even just anywhere, like just going out somewhere, just being able to stick the phone in the side pocket of the pants is just really convenient. And I've really been loving these leggings with side pockets. Instacart. This is brand new for me. I've never had Instacart before. I mean, I think I might have used it like once or twice at most. And I don't even remember why. It might have been like I was sick, or I don't remember why, but I did wind up doing like an Instacart delivery once. But every time I would look into it, I would think like, oh my gosh, I don't want to pay extra for the delivery and then pay a tip on top of that, and it's going to cost this much more when I could just go into the store and get it myself. But I recently started doing the Instacart pickup, which I know for many people have been doing that forever, but for me, I just started. I've been doing the Aldi pickup, which Instacart now gives you 5% back. I don't know if that's everywhere, and I know it's definitely not all stores, but the Aldi by me, I'm getting 5% back off my order. And I signed up for I don't know if it's because I signed up for the Instacart Express, but whatever. I signed up for the Instacart Express, so I'm getting free delivery. Not free, of course. I paid for the annual membership, but I'm getting the free delivery and then the 5% back. And for me, since I shop weekly, the cost of what I was paying, it was like $2 for a pickup fee. Just with that being covered, it was a wash, like as far as what I was going to pay for the express and that. So that kind of canceled each other out. So it was worth it just for that anyway, even being like a break even. But then adding the 5% back on top of it, I'm actually saving money. So I've been doing the Instacart for Aldi because the prices seem to be the same. I also shop at Stop and Shop, but I'm not doing the pickup from Instacart from there because it seems like the prices are higher and they don't have the sales. But what I'm doing for that is using the Stop and Shop grocery pickup. So you do get the sales and the same prices that are at the store that you're picking it up from. So that has been saving me so much time in going in the stores. And then there is one store, BJ's, which is like a wholesale club, which I have still been going into. I go to Aldi, Stop and Shop, they're right next to each other, grab those pickup orders, run into BJ's where I usually just grab a few things like maybe some frozen things, milk, eggs, that type of thing, and then I just get out of there. And plus I get my gas there, so it's just like kind of in and out. And grocery shopping has started saving me so much time. So I know I'm late to the whole grocery pickup thing, but I'm really, really loving that. Another favorite is Viori Joggers, Vuori joggers. Now these are super expensive, and now that I know that there's a brand, or I don't know, a pair of joggers that you can buy on Amazon that are supposed to be very similar to those, which I didn't know existed at the time, or I would have probably tried those first. But these jogging pants are so super comfortable. Like, they are just so comfortable. They were like $80. I would never imagine spending $80 on sweatpants, but at the time I had like a coupon. It was like one of those, like, first time you sign up, you get like, I don't know, 20 or 25% off and free shipping. And then I had gotten a little bit of money for my birthday. So like, I was like, all right, I'm going to take this money that I got for my birthday and I'm going to use this discount or whatever and buy these pants, because I was listening to, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. I was listening to another podcast. Oh my gosh, The Lazy Genius. I was listening to the Lazy Genius podcast, and she mentioned that these were her favorites from, I think it was the year before. So I kept thinking about it, and I wound up getting them, and I just love them. They're so comfortable, but I am going to try out these ones that I heard about on Amazon that are only like $15, and they're supposed to be just as comfortable, so we'll see. But they've lasted. I wash them all the time. They're still just as comfortable. They're just really great joggers. So they look nice. Like, you feel like you can go out in them without feeling like, you know, you're wearing like crappy kind of clothes. Like, they're just really nice. Anyway, that's that. I don't want this episode to be too long, so I got to stop elaborating so much on these things. My cleaning planner. So I have struggled. As some of you I know are aware, I was doing the Fly Lady stuff for a while. I still do kind of follow that, but I haven't been doing exactly. I'm always struggling with how to keep up on my cleaning routines, and I try all different things, and I love the Fly Lady system as far as having the zones and working on major cleaning things each week in a certain area of your home. But I've still just always struggled with, you know, if I was falling behind on that, or like, what's the best way to do it? What's the best way to do my regular weekly cleaning? Just all of this stuff. So I just recently got a cleaning planner, and it's just like a simple little book that I got on Amazon, and it has each week, and you can write in what you're going to do for that week. And then in the back, it has like an annual task list that you can just write out your annual tasks, and then you just check off when you do them, because that's what I always wind up struggling with. And I know it's ridiculous, but I will sit there and worry about how long ago did I do certain things. And instead of maybe just getting something done, I'm spending this time like trying to figure out what needs to be done most, and how long ago did I do this versus that? Should I do this one or should I do that one? So I figured by having this book, it has like monthly columns where you could just check off when you did it. I can just visually see when I last did certain tasks that maybe need to be done once every few months or whatever, and I could say, okay, I haven't done that in a while, and just do it rather than spending time thinking about it. So it's just a simple little book, but I thought it was cute, and I'm trying that out right now to kind of keep myself on task with cleaning projects, because I just kind of got out of my good routines, and I need to kind of get something back in place again. Another favorite thing, and this is minor, but I got this really cute little magnetic to-do list pad because I love to write down to-do lists like manually for the day for just the couple of things that I want to work on. I do have like a master list on my phone, but I like to just have like a fresh to-do list for just today and just have the things that I actually plan on getting done or think I can actually get done that day rather than this overwhelming to-do list. So I'm really loving having that because I can just grab a fresh little to-do list and write out what I'm going to do for the day. And I even try and usually time block it so that I can really see kind of how it's all going to lay out. And that's really helped keeping me organized. Personal uniform. This is one of my favorite things still. I did an episode on this, I think earlier this year. If not, maybe it was last year. I don't remember when I did it. But personal uniform, I'm not like super strict about having certain things. For me, it was more just identifying what things I really love to wear and getting rid of the other stuff and just focusing on buying things that fit within the material I like, the fit I like, things that are comfortable, that I feel like they look nice, like they look decent, presentable while still being comfortable, and things that I feel good in. And I've been trying to stick with just certain colors so that most things can go together. Like I'm mostly doing like black pants with maybe like a pink-ish or like some kind of light color shirt so that things are kind of interchangeable. And I've just loved that because every morning when I get my clothes, I just open up the drawer and I can pick anything because it's pretty much only things that I really like to wear. So that I have been loving, and I still really love that. Another thing that I loved in 2021 was a random seed packet that my daughter and I picked up at Target earlier in the spring. And it was just one of those, like, I think it was like a perennial mix or something. And I didn't even really look to see like what was in it. But we just sprinkled it in a little spot in our yard, and it was kind of like around the side of the house. So it wasn't somewhere that I would see every day. And they were like perennials, so they were more like hardy. Like it wasn't, they needed to be watered every single day. But I would go water them periodically, like somewhat regularly, just not every day. And, you know, as they started to grow, it was like so exciting because I didn't even really know like what was going to be growing. And over time, like different flowers developed. And even like as we got later into the fall, I thought they were kind of done. And I walked around the corner one day and I saw these tall yellow flowers. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like it was just so much fun just buying like this like random seed packet that had a variety of flowers and just planting it and watering it without really any major expectations of it, and just kind of watching it grow and seeing what the different flowers were that came out. And it was just really fun. So I definitely think I'm going to do that again next year. My baby betta fish is one of my favorites. She's super cute. Her name is Angelina because she looked like a little angel, so I named her Angelina. But I had a betta before that, if I'm saying that properly, but I had him for quite a while, and he died, and I wasn't certain if I was going to get another one, but I went to the store and they had a little tiny baby fish that she was just so cute and tiny. And I said, you know what, I'm going to get a baby this time. I never got a baby. I never had a girl either. I had always gotten the male bettas with the big fancy fins and all that in the past. So I decided to get this baby. And when I brought her home, I was a complete nervous wreck because she's a baby fish and I never had a baby fish before. And she was so tiny. And, you know, I had to like soak her food, and then I had to like break it up smaller because the regular fish pellets weren't, they were just too big. Like she had to keep picking at them to eat her. So it was just, she's full grown now and she's super cute and active. But anyway, she's one of my favorite things of 2021. And one of my more recent new favorite things, which we don't even have yet, but my daughter, this is another animal pet related thing. My one daughter wants to get a leopard gecko. And we went out, this is super recent as of last night. She's been talking and learning about them for a while now, but we went out last night to like an exotic pet store where they had like all the reptiles and the cages and all that kind of stuff. So we did pick up the cage, the aquarium that has like the doors that open in the front, and then we got like the stuff for the bottom, the substrate I guess they call it, and a heater and a little bowl that you put worms in. We only got a few things because we're taking it slow and she's learning, but I figured we could get a few things towards getting this. But the guy at the pet store had pulled them out, and they are so cute. Like for reptiles, they are just so cute. So at some point we will be getting one in our house, and I'm super excited about it because they were just really easy to handle, and they're supposed to be relatively easy to take care of. We do have quite a few pets, so I'm not too worried about it. We always do research and make sure we're taking care of them properly, but I do like ones that are a little bit easier to take care of, and they're supposed to be pretty easy. So, but they were so super cute, and I was actually excited to learn that you could tell if they were a boy or a girl, so you could name it however you wanted to name it based on, if it was a boy or a girl. I don't know why. I just didn't think you'd be able to tell a reptile if it was a boy or a girl. But anyway, I thought that was when the guy said, oh, and this one's a girl. I was like, you can tell. So anyway, I'm excited about that. So those are my favorite things that just kind of came to mind in 2021. I will not be doing a blog post for this episode because this was just kind of for fun. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to hear what some of your favorite things are in 21. If you're in our Facebook group, go ahead and share them there. That would be really fun. Or you could post them on my, well, no, I won't be doing a blog. Never mind. You can post them in our private listener group if you're a part of that. I also just wanted to mention, I totally forgot. Thank you so much to whoever it was that just left me a recent review, a 5-star rating, and a really nice review. I don't know if that person listens to these episodes because it was a review of the meal planning episodes, but I was so excited because I haven't gotten a review in a few months, and I check literally almost every day. So I was super excited to see that it changed and that there was a new review up. So if you're listening, thank you. I really appreciate it. Anyways, don't forget, you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. You can find blog posts for each episode, except for this one, on my website at lolasfrugallife.com. You can join our private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And if you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram. Also, if you could take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast, that would be really helpful to me. Those ratings and reviews are what boost my show in the search results if someone's looking for a show like this. So it would really help me build the audience. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day.